What's up, my YouTube family? Pastor Bob here. Well, happy Memorial Day. Just want to say thank you to everybody who came out to the auction. That did help out. Appreciate it. I know it was kind of a emergency type thing, but for those who did, it's appreciated. And hopefully I can round up the rest of the money this week that he needs, or at least get close to it. So I did want to thank you guys for that. Anyway, this video is on a holder that I made. So, because everybody has their own patterns to making these, and I didn't want anybody getting pissy, I made my own style, see? That way, no one can copy mine without my permission, right? So I wanted to show you guys what I made. Well, actually, I've made one about 15 years ago, which is, oh God, it's long gone. But I made one another 7 years ago. It's behind me. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. So this is a holder like that, except it doesn't hold your clamps. This will hold your screw guns and things of that sort. But I did it a little different because what I want to do is back there, I'm going to hang up all the bits and stuff. So all the bits and the drivers and all of that, I'm going to put them back there. And all the drivers and sawzall and stuff like that, I'm going to have them hanging from this part. And my reason for that is this is going out in my workshop outside, out back. This is not for the wood shop. So it really didn't need to be fancy, and it didn't really need to have the best of woods. And I wanted to make it a little different, a little more rugged, because God knows I get a little crazy out there. So I built this one. So hope y'all like it. Looks pretty cool. I'll show you how I did it. I had this little scrap piece of wood, and it kept breaking, which you can see some of the breaks right there. And one thing about pine, unless you're just going to make little things, it's not meant for heavy duty. And I said, well, how can I make this work? So I had a bunch of scraps, and I sat around the house, and one morning I think it was yesterday morning or the morning before that, I started thinking about it. And then yesterday I started building it. So let me show you what I did. So I had all these old scraps laying around. And you can tell that they're scraps, right? And I said, well, what if I put a board here, a couple boards here, and then I put these underneath the pine boards? What happens is when you put something in here, and I'll show you here in a second, this board acts as a resistor for these boards, okay? So when you put something in between here, right, the weight comes down and it'll push on these boards, and the resistance goes up against here, up against this board, which is connected underneath and glued. So the embodiment of it all is it becomes one unit once it's glued, right? So the force comes to this portion. I said, well, I got enough scraps. Let me try it. And that's what I did. And it's pretty damn strong, I must say. But, I can't use that stuff for, really nice projects that I was going to do. So I said, well, I'm going to try it for this because I need one of these out in my garage because I only have a 4-holder and that's not enough. And it really doesn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. So I built this. And as you can see, it's fastened up here, then bottom boards with screws. So it worked out pretty good. And I just put these wings on here, on each side, just as a decorative thing. And what it does is it gives structural integrity to the back and the bottom. And then that becomes one unit. So if I want to put, God knows how much weight up on there, it'll hold it. So I just wanted to show you guys. Somebody was asking me if I'd been out in the shop lately. And yeah, I come out here and diddle early in the morning sometimes. And then I go off and do my other projects. And then, answer phone calls and text messages and whatever else comes my way. So, yep. So that's what I've been up to. I built this. Hope you all like it. Something different. Use up the scraps instead of throwing them away. Everything's becoming expensive these days. So, one of those, if you buy one, that's made out of maple. I thought the guy did a nice job. And so I bought it. Those are about $50 or more. But, he put a lot of work and a lot of detail, and I wanted one. I didn't feel like making it. And you know what? I don't mind supporting other people once in a while. Hey, seemed like a nice guy, so I figured I'd support him. And sometimes that's just what it is. Just supporting the guy. It's not whether you can make it yourself or not. Because let's face it, sometimes buying it from somebody else who's making it is a lot cheaper than you yourself going out and making it. Because the time, your labor portion of it, it takes a lot of time sometimes, to make something. Not just that, but you got to have the screws, the screw gun, the clamps, the glue, the wood, And by the time you buy all of those things, if you don't already readily have it available, well, you might end up being, twice as much as just buying something. So, you got to think of it from that perspective. But I needed something for out in the garage, and I said, you know what? I got all these scraps. Let me see what I can figure out. And it's pretty strong. It'll do its job for what I want. So, anyways, I thought you'd all enjoy it. Happy Memorial Day. Take care. God bless. It's Pastor Bob, and I'm out here. See ya.